Well, Mike, here we are at the 45th annual Big 3 annual parts exchange. We're at San Diego Qualcomm Stadium. And Galaxy Moonbeam Nightsight is real pleased to be here on the occasion of our 50th show. And as you can see, it's a beautiful day. It's sunny. The sun's out. It was a different case yesterday. It was raining. We had a torrential rain, and the place got partially flooded out. I understand that they had to close the event because it was pretty rainy, but today's a beautiful day, and we're going to look around a little bit. We're going to talk to a few people. We're going to see what they've got. We're going to look at some cool old cars, some cool old car parts. So come along with us, and we'll check it out. So, Mike, we're kind of walking up and down these rows here. We're seeing a wide variety of stuff, just like you would at any other swap meet. What are you seeing that looks interesting?
I see a whole lot of things from the past.
Right.
I mean, if we had the Galaxy Moonbeam Nightsight Convention, we should probably have it here. This is just a cross-section of just about everything we've talked about in the last 50 or so shows. And speaking of 50 or so shows, here we are, and actually we're doing this for our 50th, aren't we?
We're doing this for our 50th. We thought we would do something really special for our 50th program, so we decided to do our first remote here from the Big 3 Auto Parts Exchange.
So if you folks want to check the video version of this and you're listening to the podcast, you can go over to our new YouTube site at Galaxy Moonbeam Nightsight, which is youtube.com/Galaxy Moonbeam Nightsight. And we're excited because since it's our 50th show, we're going to bring out something new, and that's video enhancements to our podcast.
That's right, Mike, and people will be able to see some of what we're looking at here. Not only is this old cars and old car parts, but people bring out all kinds of things. Here we're looking at an old Coke machine that somebody's selling, and we're seeing old furniture, we're seeing antiques, toys. We saw some toys earlier. Your toys are kind of your specialty. Well, Mike, we're looking at an old car here that kind of caught your attention, and let's talk a little bit about this. What'd you find here?
A 71 purple Plymouth Duster. Now, that was the entire world to me in 1971. Fast forward 40 years, and I'm trying to figure out how I can put together $10,000, because at $99.95, that's probably the best deal at this show this weekend.
Well, if you can figure out how to put 10 grand together real quickly, let me know, because I'm there with you. We talked a number of shows back on Galaxy Moonbeam Nightsight. We talked about being a citizen journalist, and we're kind of doing that today. We're here. We've got your little portable H4 handy recorder. You've got a little flip video camera, and we basically have a complete radio and television station here at our fingertips.
Yeah, for online the quality's not bad, and we're just walking around here. We've got all the big shoulder television equipment, all the big cameras, the big guns, audio crews, but this way we have a lot more fun. We're not as intimidating to the people, and we're just actually having a good day of it. And what we're telling the listeners and the viewers out there, that if you're really into something, a hobby or a passion, and you want to share it with the world, you can do that. The Handy Zoom camera or the Handy Zoom recorder is digital. There's no tape, and it goes directly to your computer, and you can put the video from the flip camera right over the top of it, post it up on YouTube, and show the world what you're really loving, what you're into.
Exactly, Mike, and we were talking earlier about how back in the old days, even as far back as 10 years ago, you'd have had to have a guy with a camera, you'd have had to have a guy with a wired microphone, you probably would have had to have, if you wanted it to be a really professional shoot, you'd have had some guy with a boom microphone out here. And, you've got a crew of 3, 4, maybe even 5 people, and as you said, that's intimidating. You walk up to somebody and they freeze because they don't know what to do. Here we're walking up with these little tiny boxes. This is amazing. These little tiny boxes, and we're covering audio and video, and like you said, we're less intimidating, and it's a lot easier to carry this around than it would be to carry a 30-pound camera around. Okay, we're out here with a gentleman who has this very nice Mercury Comet out here. What's your name, sir?
Herbert Pender.
Herbert, have you been coming out here to the Big 3 before in past years?
No, this is the first time.
The first time. What do you think about this event?
I think it's great. I think they ought to have it more than once a year to begin with, and I think that if they do only have it once a year, they ought to have it when it's not going to rain.
Exactly. Well, we were commenting earlier that yesterday we were rained out. It was quite a torrential downpour, but today's a beautiful morning.
Yes.
And now, how are you doing today as far as sales and people coming around inquiring about your car?
Quite a few inquiries. The sale hadn't been that great for the little small stuff. This stuff here belongs to a 94-year-old gentleman who used to own a Texaco station.
Okay.
So I came out here just with a little bit of his stuff just to see what it was going to be like. I didn't know how big this thing was, and originally we were down way over there past the trellis, and they told us we had to leave.
Okay.
And then they said they were evacuating the whole thing, and then they came along and said, well, you know, if you go to higher ground, we'll let you stay. So that's what we did. We came up here.
Well, good. Well, we're glad that you're here. Now, tell us a little bit about this comment that you have for sale here today.
Well, my wife wanted a Ford Falcon, and I couldn't find one, but I did find this 1962 Mercury Comet. And the thing that impressed me about it was all original. Everything is original. The horns, the cigarette lighter, the radio, right down to the Mercury-headed keys. Spare tires even original on it. It runs, it drives. We rebuilt the carburetor, put a new battery, new fuel pump in it, and redid the head on it. Took me 4.5 months to find an exhaust manifold for it.
Wow.
And when I found it, I ended up trading a 56 and a 58 exhaust manifold for it. And the only reason why my wife didn't keep it is because it's 4.5 inches longer than a Falcon. And so I bought her a 2002 Saturn, handed her the keys, and said, don't ever ask me for a car again. But this car is just a little breeze car, and
that's great. It's you have it priced very reasonably, and I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of today you get some bites on it.
Well, I hope so.
Sir, what is your name?
My name's Larry Volk.
Larry, you're out here with a veterans group?
Volunteers for Veterans Foundation. We're out of Jerry L. Pettis Hospital in Loma Linda.
Okay, very good. And you are out here, you have a raffle for a car here. Tell us about this car that you have that you're raffling today.
Well, we do a car show. This is actually going to be our 21st year doing a show. And it's going to be our 10th car. Every year we can get a car donated and everything on it. Tires, wheels, paint job is all donated. We put together as a committee, and we probably do about 65 shows a year. Okay. We was at the Grand Nationals a few weeks ago. We'll be in Temecula in a couple of weeks. And we take the car to different shows, and we sell tickets. Okay. We're 100% nonprofit. All the money goes to VA. We're all volunteers. And we've had one year we raised as much as $395,000. We probably raised more than any one-day car show in the United States.
Hey, there you go. He's got his ticket. So we hope that he wins this beautiful car, and maybe this might become the Galaxy Moonbeam Night Sight Mobile. Mike, I can see you behind the wheel of that. I can see you I can see you driving that.
Yeah, they should probably just quit selling tickets because I've got the winning.
You got the winning ticket.
I'll just give them the money for the rest of the tickets.
There you go.
I'll go home and wait for the call.
There you go.
We've even got something here of interest for our good buddy Mike Zuccaro, Saturday Night Sock Hop. I'll bet 2 shows of his don't go by without him spinning that famous old 1951 tune, Rocket 88. Well, this is a 58. I haven't found a 51 yet, but a Mike Z, this one's for you, buddy. Rocket 88.
Yeah, this is a neat car, and I'll bet you Mike, I can see Mike behind the wheel of this. Mike Zuccaro behind the wheel of this.
Yeah, I can see where he dropped his cherry slush.
Yeah, exactly. That's
right
stain.
on the seat there.
Yeah, that stain.
It looks more like a chili dog.
Yeah, Mike Z, we told you not to be eating and drinking in the old car.
Yeah, or driving around. This is your weekend to go car.
Yeah.
I think you can probably pick this up for $13,000, Mike Z.
Yeah, Mike Z should definitely look at purchasing this beautiful automobile, and I'll bet you he could even, this car is so huge, he could do a remote of Saturday Night Sock Hop from inside this car.
Oh, and have echo.
And
Studio
have echo, exactly. He wouldn't need the reverb anymore.
No more reverb. Hey, thanks. We'll be back in a while. My dad's turning 80 years old. The Marine Corps guy. Hey, Dad, Semper Fi. Very proud of you. He's turning the big 8-0, and I've been looking for a birthday present for him, and I found one here. If you don't find it here, then you probably shouldn't be shopping anywhere else. But he likes Marine Corps stuff. This is, I got this for him.
So it was a madhouse. So I made what, $104 all day because of all this craziness, the very poor management. Yeah, it was $104 all day.
Friday was a really good day for me.
Right.
I got rid of all my big heavy stuff, and it still looked like my truck was just as full when I left. I don't know what exactly happened there.
Well, you and I were talking Friday, and you were commenting about the kind of the atmosphere at this swap meet on Friday nights. Talk to us a little bit about that.
It seems to be a big party out here. A lot of the car clubs come out and they just have a good old time. There's groups in 3 or 4 different places, and they get their little fire pits going and start having a few cocktails, and who knows what happens after that.
And what have you seen here today that's caught your interest?
Go back up and buy some more tie downs.
Cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. A lot, it's a little bit for everybody.
Yeah.
Not a lot of electronics I haven't seen yet.
Not a whole lot.
No. They probably got wet and floated away yesterday.
Yeah. Well, here we are at the Big Three, and behind me, you see all the people that are here. Lots and lots of buyers, potential buyers. And if you have a business or a company and you'd like to advertise with us, we'd be very happy to let Galaxy Moonbeam Nightside carry your message to potential buyers like this. Get a hold of us at www.galaxymoonbeamnightsite.com. We'll be happy to talk to you about advertising possibilities for you and your business.